Linda.
It's such an interesting character. I think I'm going to start by asking you. I know in the end, it kind of was seen as being as a very uncool trend, but were you ever tempted to buy one when at some point in the 90s?
You know, my brother collected them a little bit. I mean, he had probably about 20 Beanie Babies. I'm not really sure, but I was too old for the actual craze. And you know what I recognize in it, though, and especially now that I have kids, is just this. There was a sense of belonging and a sense of community that built up around the Beanie Babies, right? In the same way that nowadays it might be like my kids are obsessed with Air Jordans and with, right? And with, you know, playing Nintendo. I think it's like, it's the same, you know, there are always been moms who feel like they want to give their kid the thing that everybody has, and every kid wants to feel like they belong and they're cool and they have the thing. And so Beanie Babies really came out of an emotional place, you know? It came out of a sense of like belonging and community, which we all strive for. It was like a tribal thing. If you had it, you were somebody, and if you didn't, you were nobody.
Let's talk about Robbie. She's such a badass here because she's not someone who accepts her fate in life lying down. I think you embodied her perfectly, and I absolutely enjoyed that character. Took me through that character.
Yeah, I really loved that you got to see every step of her journey in the film. I felt like it, you know, a lot of films would end that at any point. You could see the rise of her and end it there. You could see the downfall and end it there. You could see him, you know, pulling the rug out from under her, and she could have gone off into the sunset. And I just loved that I was able to explore this, you know, rags to riches story for a woman who had a real fire inside of her, and this man who really tried to put it out because it threatened him. And she just wouldn't abide by, you know, his rules. And I love that about her. And I think that I relate to that in my own life. And I found her very inspirational in that same way.
The tone is semi-comedic. How was it working with Zach, him embodying that really grotesque character? Did you find it very difficult to sort of stay sort of serious in the role sometimes?
I felt he was perfectly cast, honestly, and I always felt the tone of the movie was kind of a tightrope walk. But look, we're at the end of the day, they created plush cats. I mean, that's literally what, you know, they made children's toys into a multi-billion dollar business. Like, it's ridiculous on its face. You know, there's something very wild about it. Just, you know, nobody needs what they made. It's pure, like, it's the love of it. It's like selling people, again, an emotional connection. It's already like barely anything, you know? It's not like a widget. It's not a car. It's not a tool that we need to get through life. It's not a phone. It doesn't connect us in any real way. It's not like, you know, a telephone or, I mean, it's truly ephemeral. It's like a little piece of heaven that you're selling to people. And so the idea of taking that really, really seriously, that was the tone. And I loved that we all got on board.
Yeah, and I really loved you in this role and every other role that you've been in. So fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.